Hello and welcome to another episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game. Let's meet the panel.
I'm Larry.
Hi, I'm Jesi.
I'm Tori.
And I'm Josh. And because this particular panel of four is in quite popular demand, I thought that we would engage in some more discussions with the four of us.
I didn't know where that was going.
It feels so popular, right? We're in demand, guys.
I've also
You have to sit with us.
I've also decided that
You can't sit with us. You haven't worn pink today. Sorry.
I also decided there will be no more there will be no more ham jokes on
Are
the
you
show.
sure?
There will be no more what
I'm
jokes?
sure.
Hallelujah!
I've had
I'm free of the ham!
I've had enough of
But
you
we're not
whining
free
about
of
them.
Oh, that was a dad pun.
Oh.
Now you can use the sign. Can we keep that sign for like all the episodes, all the time?
Larry can keep them. Larry keeps
make
it
sure
when
you
Just
he's
have a
bringing it
tiny
whenever
little
he
thing on a
wants.
all the
stick and he'll
time.
just
But
hold it up. every
One
so
of
often.
these days, I am going to have to show you guys my ham. We just adopted one.
Is it a little piggy?
It is a pig.
Oh, yay! See, those are nice.
Mhm.
The ones when they're running around and oinking, they're nice. I don't mind those.
It's not a little one though.
Is it a big one?
He's a pretty big, tall one, and he smells like, or she's a big, tall one, and she smells like maple syrup.
What?
Is that
I
her
feel like
name?
pigs
She
are
smells
supposed to
like
smell
maple syrup?
Her name is
Right.
Charlotte.
Okay.
That's adorable. I love that. I love it very
Excuse me, I
much.
just lost my mind a little bit.
Because she made little webs with messages in it.
Mhm. Well, that you may be in for a
Spider.
surprise then. Alrighty then.
Wilbur's the pig.
Something else that seems to be in popular demand on our channel is discussions about Ernest Hemingway's works.
Hemingway!
Doesn't like Hemingway.
In season 6, our most viewed discussion is of, as we're filming this, Capital of the World by Ernest Hemingway. And our others, we've gone over Snows of Kilimanjaro, we've gone over The Old Man in the Sea, we've gone over Hills Like White Elephants, and Larry picked out 50 grand. So,
Yes, I did.
you have a discussion starter for this one?
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys whether or not you found Jack to be a sympathetic character.
I felt like he seemed a little, like, whiny. I mean, maybe I might be the only one on this.
I would
He just
say
seemed kind of
I
whiny.
think I think he garners as much sympathy as Pete Rose.
As what?
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose? Oh, the guy.
Because- Yeah, because he bet on himself to lose, and then he decides to throw the match so that he's more concerned about the money that he would win for losing than
Like, I mean, I
actually
kind of
winning. There's
understand
no
why,
dignity.
because, like, he
had
talks
a
about his wife and kids.
Yeah.
And, like, I understand that, and the reason why I feel like I kind of found him to be a little whiny is because, like, he mentioned them a lot.
Well,
Which
he's away
you
from
should.
his family
He is
for
no,
so
no.
long.
Which he should, and I understand it, but it's like you had to have known that when you signed up that this, like, to be a boxer, that you were going to be traveling around, and like that you can miss them, but you don't go and throw matches for them. You're supposed to be trying your hardest. Like,
But
if-
he's been
if
doing
that's
this for a while now. Like, when we start the story, he's been at this for a while. He has a reputation. He's had, like, several years of good boxing underneath his belt, and he's tired. He's a man who's tired of having to fight to be on top.
So you're tired. I get that, but that just means you just stop trying altogether, bet on yourself, and give yourself 50 grand to go home. Like, I guess I'm seeing that as he's not an, I don't want to use this word, I don't like this word, but not an honorable person. He's not an honest person, and to me, it's like,
Oh, no. What he did is not honorable.
like, I don't,
absolutely not.
like, and to me, I don't care how tired you are.
I think
You're
he was just
supposed
a
to be
man
going out the right way.
Yeah,
He
if,
was a
Go
man who
out
was
with
stuck
some
at the end of
dignity.
his
if you're
rope.
tired,
Yeah.
go
No, I
find
Go out
a
agree
with
good
dignity,
job.
yeah.
If you're tired, go work at a pharmacy or something.
But
He
I think-
could have quit at any
Yeah.
point and refused to fight, and instead he chose to fight. And
Mhm.
at the last moment, he decided to bet on himself, throw the match, And again, I understand why, because hey, that's 50 grand
And
that he's gonna bring home to his family, and I understand that. But it's like, look how much total BS, what's his name, Tom Brady got for deflating balls and nonsense so that they could win and move on and he could make more money for his family. Do you guys have sympathy for him? Because he's tired of having to fight so hard to win championships? No. It's like, and I feel the same way about this guy. It's like, it doesn't really matter. It like, this is kind of what you signed up for. You wanted to be a famous boxer. Yes, you have a wife. Yes, you have kids. You miss them. I don't doubt it. But there are better ways of going about
yes,
this.
there is a better way.
And the way that he did it, that low blow, it was way below the belt.
They had no choice at that point.
Yeah. He felt like he had no choice.
Yeah.
I feel like if you look at this character, this was somebody who didn't have a profession. This was his profession. So yeah, he could go be a pharmacist, but at that point in time, he didn't have the education. He's not an educated individual.
What I meant more so was one of those pharmacy markets where he's a drugstore. He works at a drugstore. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is this is an individual who did not go and get a higher form of education. This was the path that he had. He knows how to hit, and he knows how to hit well, and that's what he built his career on. And as an individual who, my fists are who I am, and I'm reaching this point where, like, he felt kind of cornered and at the end of his rope, and was very kind of careening off in a certain direction. And I think when they have that conversation, when they go into the two folks that come in and talk with him, I'm highly certain that, like, maybe there's a little coercion involved with that as well. Like, they're the two folks that come in and speak with him. I can't remember their names, but the bigwigs that come in and talk with them.
So
I don't think
Morgan and
this
Stenfeld.
I don't think this is 100% his idea. I think it might have been like maybe it's not the best, but like, if you go out and you bet on yourself, you'll have the money for your family, so do this. Because they also had, like, they had skin in the game as well. So everybody kind of was like a win-win, dirty win. Absolutely, there were better ways that could have been handled. This could have been handled. But like, this is the second time that I've read this. The first time that I read it, I had the same thought too, was that he was a simple man and an honest man, but he was a man that was desperate. So somebody came in and whispered, a little suggestion in his ear, and that's how the match got thrown.
Yeah, and I mean, he may have been entangled with those guys, right? I mean, we know that he used to bet the ponies, but he stopped because he kept losing.
Exactly. So
that's
there.
They might be there to call in a favor at that point. You know what that conversation was? You don't really know.
Yeah. So that's my take on it at any rate.
It was Morgan and Steinfeld.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, but my point was, when I said that he had no choice, I meant, like, at that point, after he had been hit, he had to do something to make sure that he lost the fight. So, I mean, I don't see what else he could have done in it.
To make it seem transparent enough where it seemed like I wasn't throwing it, this happened.
And that he didn't,
like he was
and that he
doing
didn't
it
bet
as
on the
a
match
revenge.
because even, I mean, it would be going way beyond the text. But if they caught him betting on his own match, it would shatter his, it would destroy his reputation completely. Because that's what happened to Pete Rose.
And his reputation to him was not worth much, right? What he cared about was his
At that point in time, he just wanted it. He just wanted to be home. He wanted to be with his wife. He was a man who, like I said, was desperate. He was at at wit's end. He had been on the road. He was an older individual. He was not, the top of his game. These newer, fresher bloods were coming through, and one of them was vicious. So instead of having to face that,
step down.
exactly, and he could have done it more honorably and with more
And I
dignity
think
and poise, but this is how it presented itself.
Yeah, because he has that conversation with the narrator. I don't remember the name, but
That guy.
Jerry, thank you.
That guy.
Yeah, him and Jerry, right, when they're getting drunk or together before the fight, and he goes, I got my daughters to think about, and he's like, they go around, they tell, their friends who I am, doesn't do them any good.
Yeah.
But if I can give them $50,000, then that's something that they can.
Yeah, his name used to mean something, but now it's kind of like he's a good fighter, but he's not sterling anymore. He's not like the big man on top.
Well, I just think, like in society, at the time, I don't think that being the daughter of a boxer was something that people would have admired.
I can see what you're saying. So just the profession itself.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Yes. So yeah.
But interesting thing that I've noticed in this piece is, in retrospect, Ernest Hemingway had a great deal of interests, and I think he really did a fine job exploring each of them within his pieces, be it fishing, boxing,
Yeah, I thought
bullfighting.
the fight I thought was written really well.
I think he really does an impressive job being able to zone in, do some background or background research and engage in some experience in different areas, and then apply them to his written work. And I think that he does that well with this, with the play-by-play details, with the background as far as boxers.
Yeah, write what you know.
Yeah, writing what. But not even so. I mean, Hemingway really, I don't remember him really being that boxer. He probably, knowing him, he could have, but
He probably just, I don't know, maybe
It's-
picked something. I mean, I overall, I didn't like the story, but I mean, it was very clearly like an Ernest Hemingway,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
piece.
I think I
It had
stand
his,
there. I wasn't
yeah.
fond of. I wasn't fond of the piece itself, but I
Yeah.
liked the.
It's not something that I would have
Effort
chosen
back.
for myself to read, but it was a good read nonetheless.
Yeah.
I thought I preferred something like Capital of the World.
Yeah, but yeah, just to kind of go back to what you were saying there, right? Like I'm impressed by he's writing about this fight, and he's giving enough detail so that you really get a feel for how the fight's going, and you know, like how these guys are operating in the ring and all that. And he's also doing it in a voice of some, you know, stereotypical kind of like Jersey kind of guy,
Yeah,
right?
it feels like somebody standing next to you narrating it. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there was,
They're
but not
very-
Ernest Hemingway.
and that's where the
like
story
somebody,
started,
like
was
a
in New
different
Jersey.
person,
Yeah.
right? It's like the slang and the way that
It's
he's
colloquial,
talking.
and it's very familial.
Yeah.
Familiar.
Mhm.
Sorry. Yeah. Yes.
We're all falling onto that bandwagon that we can't speak.
Alrighty then. Have any final thoughts?
I got one more question for you guys.
What's that?
John Collins, right? He's the manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was he in on the double cross? You think?
No.
Didn't
Why
see
did he
one.
go over there then? Before the fight, he went over to the opposite corner and talked to them over
I
there.
think he feared for his safety because the new guy was just such a vicious fighter.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it.
I don't know. I think it's up for debate. Like that Hemingway doesn't usually spare a sentence, right? If it's in there, it's in there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And
Interesting. That's an interesting.
Yeah, I
way
was
to
gonna
look
say
at
I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that. Didn't occur to me.
it.
yeah.
I'm not a big Hemingway fan, so I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you went over there for something. What do you think, Josh?
What do I think about? Oh, why he went over there?
Yeah.
I know that he wanted to make I know that he was the kind of person that wanted to make things look good, because he was the same one to tell Jack to go over there and apologize to Walcott and his manager to make it look good.
Yeah.
I think he was, in a way, he was playing it, but
It was more for the
It's-
optics.
yeah, more for the optics kind of thing. I don't think that, because I don't think Walcott was. I think he was just looking to win the match.
Mhm.
I don't think he was the kind of person that would want to throw it in reverse. He would be the kind that would say, if Jack wins $50,000, then
Yeah.
Jack
So it
wins
was
$50,000.
his training on the line. Technically, his name was tied to it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see someone who touted
Yeah.
touted in that way would throw it. But that's just how I kind of
Yeah.
translated it.
And I don't think the manager would have. The manager could have gone over, even if he did. Manager could have gone over and disqualified,
Yeah.
or could have gotten Jack disqualified. But I don't think it was. I think
Yeah.
the thrill of the fight.
No, that's a good point. He could have done that.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
I've already done.
Well, very good.
If you're interested in checking out this and Ernest Hemingway's other short stories, here is my copy of the short stories of Ernest Hemingway. I got this particular book from a bookstore that I really enjoy going to called Second Time Books in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And I want to thank everybody for watching this video. If you want to see more, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to discuss this more, we would be happy to do so in the comments. Be sure to join us next time for another episode of The Very Gladiators. For now, keep reading.
Bye.